Germany, once the industrial anchor of Europe and a pillar of post-war stability, now finds itself in a strange, uncertain economic role, caught between recessionary pressures at home and rising strategic demands from NATO abroad. Its energy dependency crisis following the cutoff from Russian gas has exposed years of policy complacency. An attempt to pivot toward renewables and reindustrialization have been sluggish, underfunded, and politically fragmented. From an economic standpoint, Germany's manufacturing base, the backbone of its export power, is losing competitiveness. High energy prices, labor shortages, and a lack of investment in tech innovation have weakened its role as a global supplier. As German exports falter, so does its ability to project soft power across the EU and broader NATO alliances. Where it once set economic policy direction for Europe, Germany now appears reactive, slow-moving, and vulnerable. Geopolitically, this matters. NATO increasingly demands more military spending, logistical support, and diplomatic alignment. Germany's cautious military posture and wavering defense budget make it appear less like a confident core member and more like a reluctant, bureaucratic participant. The contrast is sharp. While Eastern European nations grow more hawkish and align with U.S. strategic interests, Germany tries to balance between appeasing NATO's assertive posture and preserving its own fragile economy. This makes Germany less of a leader and more of a liability in certain NATO circles, especially as the U.S. pivots toward rapid militarization, China containment, and support for Eastern European defense modernization. If Germany drags its feet economically and militarily, the geopolitical weight may shift further east, toward Poland, the Baltics, and the Nordic states. This shift could have ripple effects. The EU may begin to decouple its political influence from its German-centric economic model. More agile nations may seek bilateral defense arrangements or energy partnerships, bypassing Germany's traditional gatekeeping role. Meanwhile, U.S. defense contractors and policymakers may deprioritize Berlin and focus on countries seen as more cooperative and strategically flexible. For the global economy, a weakened Germany means less industrial output, lower demand for raw materials, and a more fragmented European trade bloc. Investors, supply chains, and even diplomatic ties may realign around faster-growing, more reliable nodes, both inside and outside of Europe. In the bigger picture, Germany's current posture doesn't just signal a domestic crisis. It reshapes how NATO balances itself, how Europe integrates, and how the West handles escalating multipolar challenges from China, Russia, and beyond. This isn't just about Germany falling behind economically. It's about Germany stepping out of a role it once owned, leaving a power vacuum others are already racing to fill.